And that's the veteran Drew Brees.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brees going to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They fake the give. Here's Brees. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A good pickup there at 22. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is it? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Brees. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin.
Still 1st down.
Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Again, it's Brees. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Brees. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Flushed out right. Complete to Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Julio Jones. 28 yards. And the NFC takes it all the way down the field to score on their opening drive. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
So here comes the AFC for their opening drive as we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside, he's got to be celebrating because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Mahomes now on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Right back to Conner here on first. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And he will score. Touchdown, AFC. A 14-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. They went over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead in the intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. This time they stay on the ground, and it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
A final shot before half for Breeze. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That throw into the arms of Allen. The 20. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. Touchdown. Keenan Allen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the AFC has taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze caught by Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the fourth. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Elliott, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. They'll run here with Connor. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Myers' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
He'll look to throw. Jones has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Gets it to Gordon. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Here comes Cohen. Skirts by him at the 35. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They run. It's Gurley. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Breeze now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away. Oh, so close, but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision in the long field goal attempt.
Much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes now to throw. It's Hill, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mahomes going to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack.
Darius Slay. A loss of 8 yards on the sack. And it's 4th down.
One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. Here's Brett Kern now. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got this down to the 35. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Well, when they kept the offense on the field, you saw the face I made looking at you like, what are they doing? How did they do that?
Yeah, that's almost a miracle, isn't it? Because the two of us have talked to play callers, and every time we talk to them about going for it on 4th and long, they give us that same look you just gave me. And they always say, I don't have that call on my play sheet, Haas. We just don't have that one. Well, apparently he did, and they got it.
And in overtime, wow. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave.
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy classic Madden with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise, or a quick pickup game in exhibition.
Killing and did it again. I'm ready to know I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up, name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up, I had to get back up. I can't take no more, you better call back up. Don't really need down to finish, I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it, I know you sad about it. Know you sad. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this is your first Ultimate Challenge. Juju has built himself a pretty solid MUT team, and he is lending it to you to get you rolling. Your goal is simple. Just pick up at least 5 yards on offense to get the win and unlock the next challenge. Let's get right to the action. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And just like that, you've won your first Ultimate Challenge and secured your first star. Congratulations. Advance straight to the next challenge.
Going big, going big. Everybody know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everybody know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Low, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in.
All right, next up, you must put the ball in the end zone to win this challenge. You'll receive another star plus a Juju player item to add to your own lineup. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Well, there's still time to rectify this.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Well done there. You've earned your second star plus a Juju wide receiver item. Remember to put him in your lineup. Now, Juju is taking his team back, so you'll be using your own team.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. But I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not saving, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I get violent, ayy, cause he gave me patience, ayy, swear that all makes sense, ayy, when you making bands can make friends, cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans, got a bad little shorty wasting, and I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent, ayy, I know we the ones that ain't them, pull both hands together and I'm saying amen, cause I'm going big, going big, everywhere I go they know the click, way too many wins, they know the shit, they was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, they went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Trey Mo, and welcome to Superstar KO. All right, let's get it in. Want to play by yourself? Hit 1v1. You and a buddy? Hit 2v2. Or if you really try, all right, next up, let's get your team, player.
But you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, giving Madden. And if you choose to
all right, here we go, heroes. The boat. All right, y'all, let's stack your lineup with some X factors.
I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20.
T.Y. Hilton stretches out the field.
I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi.
Gilmore makes it hard to catch a pass.
Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy.
Can't stop Bosa, only slow him down.
Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough. So you
Backyard heroes against the rhythm.
the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, man.
Hey, this is your field. You got one drive to score on, so get going. On 1st and 10, Wilson. Escape Bosa. No, sir. Gets the